Subscribe to my channel if this is the or a new or a remix. Don't forget to hit the like and sub. This is your boy Turk Vincent on the mic. Gotta subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow my stream, send me some bits and send me some subs on my Twitch and my YouTube. I'll put the dollar in the bank that you give me, so I can use it for some good gifties. This is a gaming channel. This is the Turk Vincent Valentine, boy!
What's up, my archvies of chaos? This is your king of the night, Vincent Valentine, me ex Turk. Come back at you with a brand new video, and reason why I'm on calm and stuff like that, because this is a serious topic, and it looks like I have to address this PSA, because I don't think, now, not all my followers do this. I got good followers who are upstanding and keep the community clean, as such as good mods, but I think some of them needs to learn this lesson. And we're going to be addressing trolling. Now, I like memes. Being a nerd, I like memes as well. But there's gotta be at least some self-control, some accountability to understand that it ceases to be funny when there's drama involved. It ceases to be funny when people actually get hurt over this stuff, And I need to bring up some examples. Like I think with the cut for Bieber thing, where little girls cut themselves because Bieber was smoking weed. I mean, this is a long time ago. I'm bringing this up for just this exact instance. It was made by a troll just to get people to do it. It's no different. It's sick. It becomes sick when you're hurting people and putting people's lives in danger or causing a dispute between other people. Then you're sick. You're a sicko and you need help. It ceases to become funny when people get hurt. Now, there are good trolling. Don't get me wrong. There are good trolling, and that's just, like being a sarcastic thing, being like super sarcastic, like maybe pretend to be a weeaboo for sarcasm purposes. That's fine, because you're just trying to get a reaction, and no one's getting really hurt. But it ceases to be funny when people get hurt. It ceases to be a joke when people get hurt or drama happens or there's tension between people because you start some problems with people. It ceases to become this kind of stuff. It ceases to become funny when people get hurt. Now, I like memes. Don't get me wrong. Memes are funny. Memes are good. But there's a fine line between memeing than there is of something that's truly offensive for the reasons that it is, such as, the reasons that it is, or just starting beef with other people, or even worse, getting people to hurt themselves or maim themselves, or cause people to go to the hospitals and have strokes because you caused them problems just to get a laugh at them. And that's when you draw the line and you become a sick human being. You're not, that's when you become sick. That means you're a sociopath. That's what that means. When you get off to people's pain and laugh at people's pain, you laugh at people hurting themselves, then you're a sociopath. There's, you need to be locked up in a cage with no freedom if you're a sociopath. I'm sorry. I'm just going to be completely honest. I'm going to be 100% in this video. Now, people don't want to hear honest opinions because if it triggers them. But I'm going to tell you right now, there's a difference between a joke. There's a fine line between a joke that's funny and it makes people laugh, and memes that make people laugh, and memes that are there to harm somebody. And it don't even have to just be people who get people to harm themselves or people to cause people to have anxiety. It can even be memes that involve racist, stuff in it, or sexist or misogynistic or anything of that nature to discriminate against a group, which is very wrong. And if you do that, then you're no more than a cyberbully, and you are a sick person when you're making memes purposely trying to hurt and discriminate against a group. There's a difference between making a joke, and being satirical and stuff like that. I understand satire. I understand sarcasm. And that's sarcasm and satire is pretty much just it's the kind of trolling that I can approve of, because it's like it's not hurting anybody. But when it starts to hurt people, or even if it affects their livelihood, their job life, and everything else that they do in life, then it stops being funny, and it becomes more or less cyberbullying. Actually, more cyberbullying. That's what it ends up being. And when it gets to that point, that's when you need to stop. You need to stop doing it. You need to stop before things get too far, and then once they get out of control, then you get involved in it, you'll be sorry. Because you're going to get your own people involved in it, and then your own people are going to get hurt, and then their friends are going to get hurt. So pretty much you're really screwing everybody that's that's around you. I'm just saying, be careful of the stuff that you do. This is just a PSA to anybody on the internet, not just only to those kind of bad followers who do this stuff, but to anybody on the internet, pretty much, So pretty much, I'm just saying, there's certain things that are funny, and then there's where it draws the line. And then you have to grow up. You have to grow up and realize you got to look in the mirror, think about things, or talk to other people to see what you can and can't do. Talk to other people and see if they, get an opinion before try to post something or stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with shit posting. Just understand the difference between just shit posting and then just being downright offensive, or just being downright a troublemaker and trying to start problems where where it doesn't need to, where it doesn't need to. Because when you start problems, people are gonna get involved, other people are gonna get involved, and then it's gonna go out. It's gonna go out of the way. It's gonna evolve into something that you can't control, and then real trolls will come and mess with you, who was just joking and posting memes. They'll come after you, and then they'll fuck you up, straight up. I'm just saying, the point I'm trying to get out here. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of trolling, which I mean by that is the satirical trolling, or just trying to share memes and shit posts. But it's different when it causes people problems, when it causes their livelihood, it causes their community to be looked upon as toxic, or if it hurts people, or defames or discriminates against a group, then it becomes bullying. It becomes bullying when it goes to that point, and you gotta grow up to realize the difference. You gotta know the difference between right and wrong, okay? I don't care who you are, what you believe in, what you worship, what, your spiritual belief, what meme's the best, the even if you believe in the Battletoads meme, any of that stuff, you got to understand. You gotta understand one thing, and you gotta understand. You gotta know your rights and wrongs. You gotta know what's morally right and what's morally wrong. You gotta know your morals, because your morals will protect you from hurting people. Because you're potentially, when it comes to discriminating against a group, you're potentially bullying them. You're potentially being a bully if you're discriminating against a group at all. As well as going around here starting stuff with other streamers and YouTubers saying, oh, this person said this about you. This person did this in his life. He's a known this and that. He's a known he's a known cuck or whatever. He's a known rapist. When you go around telling other YouTubers and streamers that stuff just to get some beef between that streamer and that person that you're trying to start with, then it becomes bullying, because you're trying to set up problems. You're trying to be in the background like a puppet master and set up problems, and that's still kind of bullying, because you're going to get people involved, and when you get people involved, it's just going to get worse from then. And it's like, what you don't understand is that there are repercussions. You don't have to go to jail all the time for trolling or bullying. You don't have to go to jail for cyberbullying. You could always get someone so worked up they show up at your place, beat your ass, and then after they beat your ass, then you go like, oh, I was just kidding. No, I'm telling you, I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear no. I don't want to hear no. Wait a minute, I was just kidding. It was a joke. Because there's a difference between a real joke that's funny, that makes people laugh, and memes do make people laugh. Just, you gotta understand when you're going too far. You gotta understand when it's too far. Too far is when people get hurt, people get in trouble with their livelihood, people get in trouble with other people without them knowing about it until a little bit later on, or if it's discriminating against a group, religion, sex, or gender, or anything like that, then it becomes bullying. And when you do that stuff, yes, you're taking it too far. Yes, you're going too far. And yes, you do need to be punished. You do need to be reported. And I'm going to tell you, you don't always have to go to jail for stuff. You don't have to always go to jail to take serious repercussions. One day, you mess with the wrong person. You mess with a person who's on the edge already, someone who's already mentally off in their head. They're going to show up at your doorstep or where you're at or at your work, beat your ass, and then you can't be going around here saying, "Oh, hold up, wait a minute, I was just kidding. I like your stuff. I was just kidding." No, you can't do that. It's going to be too late. There is repercussions for your actions. There is repercussions for your actions. There's a joke, and then there's jokes that, and then there's going too far. When someone asks you nicely, not to do something, don't do it. Just stop. When someone asks you nicely, or someone tells you, I think that's kind of offensive or rude, won't you take the time to listen? Now, I'm not trying to be like no social justice warrior. I believe in freedom of speech. And yes, there is freedom of speech. But you got to know when it's freedom of speech. Just because it's freedom of speech does not mean you should go out there and be an asshole. And you can be an asshole legally. You're not going to be in jail. But there's going to be the one person that beats your ass for talking too much shit. There's going to be that one person who jumps you for just spouting your mouth off trying to talk all that good shit. Because I'm telling you, the minute that you mess with the wrong person, you're going to start facing consequences that you'll never want to face ever again. I'm telling you. I'm only looking out for everybody. Just know that the point I'm trying to get to this video is, know the difference between joking around and having fun and hurting people. When it comes to hurting people or starting drama for out of no reason, when it comes to that kind of stuff, and when it comes to messing with their livelihood, then it becomes toxic and it becomes bullying. And that's why that's why most people don't like how the League of Legends fan base is. That's how come the League fan base is dying off, because there's too many of those people who just wants to go start some mess. And I'm telling you, you think that's funny because I get you like your memes. You know, memes are precious. I love memes myself. Being a nerd, I love memes. But there's a difference between memes, and then there's a difference between actually trying to pick fights, actually starting drama, actually hurting people, or discriminating against that group. You know, there's a difference, and you need to know the difference, because, you know, consequences don't always have to be jail time. It could be anything. You could lose your job over this. If they could find your account, you could lose your job over this. And honestly, you should for that. Because when it comes to the point where you're bullying people, then yeah, you are a problem. And if you're the type of person who gets off on hurting people, then you need to go seek yourself some counseling, because that's a sociopath. What you are is a fucking sociopath. So I'm done with this video. Just remember, there's a difference between being funny, actively being funny, and just sharing memes, than there are of just going on the internet trying to cause problems or hurt people. So know the difference. And may the crystal be with you. Hopefully no one faces any consequences like that, but I'm just warning you, if things go out of control, there's going to be that one person that's not going to think it's a joke.